Under the Hood with Fred Fletcher is heard every Thursday at 9 a.m. on WBCB 1490 AM and 107.3 FM. Everything you need to know about your car and keeping it maintained with Fred Fletcher from Fletcher's Garage, Hood and South Olds Boulevards, Fairless Hills, your official AAA facility.
To do a little racing, about 500 miles. My thoughts of embracing speed around the old Beacon Junior and center of home. The winner of Daytona, 20 other races, over $40 million. It's covered all the bases. A mountain of the man, a magician of the track and the chrome.
Oh my goodness. What do you think there, Fred, huh? Oh, man, I'm telling you, that's right.
I had to put 4 tires on Chuck's car last week.
Is that right? That's great. I'm telling you, we are ready to rock and we are ready to roll here for another Need for Speed and all the other stuff. And Earl Krause is with us. Hey, Earl.
Good morning, Earl.
Hey, good morning, Jim. Good morning, Fred.
We missed you last night. We had quite a time.
Oh, how was it?
we
Not
got
naming names.
Is it something you can say on air?
Some of it.
Okay.
We did our first, not our first Facebook Live, but we did it with new equipment, and we had some technical glitches, but like part of the way through, we got it, and we had a blast with it. After that, we talked to a bunch of people and got them on Facebook Live with us, and. You could see him talking, and it was a good experience once we got it all figured out. But leading up to that, Nick had some salty language. I'm glad it wasn't working at the
time. Not Nick.
No, not Nick.
Yeah.
But we had some fun. So
Salty Leach, there's known on this race circuit. Yeah.
So we missed you last night because you had the Garden State Vintage Club meeting.
Yeah, and actually, I was going to go to their regular meeting. It's the third Wednesday of every month, Garden State Vintage Stock Car Club, of which I'm a longtime member. However, we got delayed with our activities during the day, and I actually didn't make the meeting either. So it was a full day.
There you go. But sorry I didn't make it out to the wall last week but it sounds like you guys had one hell of a time out there.
Yes, indeed. It was a great opening night in all regards. The way this weather's been, it turned out to be an absolutely perfect Saturday at the New Jersey Shore. Just beautiful weather, and it was complemented by a huge crowd. I mean, it was a great opening night as far as the grandstand crowd and the pit area. Solid car counts in all our divisions, and just a great way to start our 75th year at Wall Stadium. The modified feature winner was Eddie McCarthy. We call him Fast Eddie. A young guy from the nearby area. He kind of grew up at Wall Stadium. His dad raced there as well. And his dad is Ed McCarthy, who raced in the street stock division, probably 15 years ago, maybe almost 20, and won a feature. And now he helps out his son with a race car. But Eddie McCarthy took the win. Shout out to Billy Cole, who is a top fabricator. He's the crew chief on that team. Eddie McCarthy took the win over Tyler Truex. That's Martin Truex Jr.'s nephew. Derek Hopkinson, 2023 modified champion at Wall.
See, Derek always hangs around up there.
Yes, really fine. Good family team there, too.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
And the McCarthys. And another family team, Blake Barney, who drives number 14. Fielded by his grandfather, legendary Dick Barney, and his dad, Robert Barney, and Andrew Krause, 4-time and defending modified champion. He finished 5th, and it was a really good, strong, competitive race. 40-lap distance, that's the normal feature length at Wall for the modifieds. Factory stocks, keeping with the family theme, Brian Osborne took the win, out racing Shannon Monjo. They had a really close duel right to the finish in the factories. Brian Osborne's grandfather, Clint Osborne, was one of the original, what we call the modern stock division at Wall Stadium. That was actually the forerunner of the street stocks and then now the factory stocks. Back in the early 70s, Clint Osborne raced a Mustang in the what was called the modern stock division, and his son Glenn Osborne, longtime racer at Wall Stadium, won a lot of races, and now Brian Osborne, the third generation, continuing that tradition. Zach Leonardo won the Sportsman feature, and that was kind of a wild one. Early in the race, Billy Both and Kevin Davison were racing close for second coming out of the fourth turn. Quinn Trimmer was leading, and Kevin Davison, who is a five-time champion, actually defending champion of the Sportsman division, and Billy Both, who was the Rookie of the Year last season, former factory stock standout, they just kind of locked together and slid up into the guardrail off turn 4, and the whole field was behind them. And there's at least 8 cars piled in. They had just nowhere to go because all of them were on the throttle coming out of the corner, and all of a sudden the door closed. And it was, one heck of a wreck. It damaged a lot of equipment, just one of those things,
Yeah.
And Zach Leonardo was one of the drivers who missed it, as was Chris Silvestri, who finished close second. Chris, a former champion in the Sportsman division. But Quinn Trimmer, kind of an interesting situation. He was leading the feature, again, before this accident happened, and all of a sudden he spun going into the first turn all by himself, and it turned out something that happened to the rear of the car had locked up. So they towed him into the pit area, and when he figured he was done for the night, and then this big wreck happened. And during the red flag, short track racing, you can work on your car in the pit area. His dad, Ken, who's the crew chief, they worked on the car throughout that red flag, and what had happened, they had gone a lap of racing after he had spun, so he lost a lap. But he was able to come back out now with the restart after the track was clear, and of course a lot of cars were eliminated. So he ended up finishing the race in, in 6th, a lap down.
Wow. It's a survival race.
Yeah, and looking at long term, he's a young driver. He came out of the Legend cars, who's definitely a title contender this year. He won his first feature at Wall last year in the Sportsman division, and he and his dad, they take great pride in their car. He's a really good kid. And he's the type of driver who can really go for the championship this year. And looking long term, this night when he was able to come back out and get a 6th place finish, way down the road, this might have been the night that he could, have enough points to get that title. So you never know what could happen.
Yeah, you never know. Get out there.
Yep. And in the Legend cars, Mike Alcaro was the feature winner. He's from West Milford, New Jersey. And you've probably seen him race when you've been at Wall. He drives a dark blue and black number 8. And Mike Alcaro is the all-time leading Legend car winner at Wall with 51 feature wins now. And he's never won a championship at Wall because he doesn't race there every week. He runs a lot of national Legend car events. But he loves coming to Wall. It's his home track because he's from New Jersey. So whenever he comes to Wall, he's like a contender to win.
Yeah.
So he took the victory over Tanner Jones, who's from Glen Gardner, New Jersey, 2023 champion, and Justin Emmons, Brian Gardella, and Chris Gall rounded out the top 5.
Nice. And
in the 4-cylinder division, T.J. Graves, we call him the racing mailman. That's his profession during the week, and he has a route on Saturdays that always gets him to the track late. By the time he gets home from doing the postal work, he usually gets to Wall right around the time practice is starting. But he's there every week. His crew prepares the car, and of course he's hands-on whenever he can be. He's from right in Wall Township. That's where he lives. And he won the feature. But the thing was there, his teammate, Alonzo Morales, who was the champion of Wall last year in the 4-cylinder division, Alonzo Morales had a long lead, almost a full straightaway, with 3/4 of the race done, and all of a sudden, his number 57, or 52 rather, suddenly shut off. Just had a sudden mechanical problem.
Wow.
He pulled in the infield, and T.J. Graves went on to take the win. And in the late models, we had a Long Island driver, Invade. We call him Radiant Ray Manieri, who regularly races at Riverhead Raceway on Long Island. And like a number of those drivers in the limited late models that run at Riverhead, whenever they have like an off night, they'll come over to Wall Stadium. And that's what Ray Manieri did, and he won the feature over the driver we call the Rooster, Mike Tillett, a veteran driver, former champion in the limited late model division. And they had literally a drag race right down to the checkered flag for the win in the late model feature. And that was actually the last feature of the night. So it was a thrilling conclusion to
Nice. Yeah.
opening night 2025. So we're off this weekend, and that's traditionally at Wall.
Can you use the line, if you go down to Wall this weekend, you can stay in the parking lot all by yourself? Because that's right.
Yeah.
You wait till next week.
Be a trend.
Yes, yep.
If you're going to go to Wall, expect to be by yourself.
That's it. Yeah,
You need me on
plenty of
that
parking.
wall.
Yeah, plenty of parking.
So yeah, I saw the next day. I saw how everything worked out. I'm like, wow, I wish I could have gone. I actually took off on Saturday, but then to do this, and then I ended up going to the shop to do a couple things, and we were so busy that I only have one mechanic on Saturday.
Right.
So I'm like, I got to jump in because we had so many things hanging over, and so I jumped in and I gave Joe a hand, and we.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
And so we stayed until it was probably 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then when I got home, I had I got a phone call, and I had to go through some family issues. So,
Okay.
so
Sure.
nothing bad. It was just
Yep.
Fred's always on the clock.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, Mom keeps me hopping, so
Got that right.
so I had to go over and take care of Mom.
Yeah.
But so I missed out, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
That's what I get for taking a day off.
That's it.
Well, this weekend I'm taking off, and I'm not even going towards the shop. So,
No.
Very good.
so if you're there, you will be there by
Fred
yourself.
is not here.
Fred is not here.
I heard like Wall Stadium, you're closed for the weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm taking off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So,
Very good.
All right, my man.
alrighty.
Your service, on this Memorial Day weekend. Honor all of our military members who literally gave their all for our country. So
Absolutely.
That is for
We
sure.
honor them and thank their families too.
Yes.
It was a huge sacrifice. Absolutely.
Yep. All right, Earl. Well, we always got next week, and I'll try to head down there next weekend.
Sounds good.
All righty.
Let me
Thank you,
know,
Earl.
and, have a good weekend and all the best, gentlemen. Take care.
Thanks, Earl.
Okay.
There you
Bye.
go. We have the a postman that is.
Yeah, he delivered.
That's right, he did. He wasn't canceled. So
But yeah,
you're going to rehearsal again, I can tell you.
Yeah, this weekend, if New Egypt gets rained out, I'm probably going to head up to Maple Grove. Because they got the Night of Chaos up there this weekend, and it's a hell of a
Yeah,
weekend.
it's
to be
like
up there.
rain, and then it kind of transitions into a little
Yeah.
warmer, and it's kind of iffy.
Well, the thing with the dirt track is like it may rain and not rain at all on Saturday.
Yeah.
But the damage is already done because you can't prep the track.
yeah, it's too far gone.
Sometimes, yeah. You can't prep the track all the way up, and as soon as it stops raining.
Yeah.
It may stop raining for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you're still going to have some issues with the track that you will not be able to solve all of them by
So
Saturday.
the damage.
Everything's wet.
Yeah.
I know Bridgeport a couple years ago. I was down there and they held out and they tried everything to get there, but the infield was like a soup bowl.
Yeah.
Full of soup, and we just couldn't get them running. So they ended up shutting down. And all the drivers said, "We're not going out
I
there."
guess there's a point of no return.
Yeah, you don't want to take your stuff out there and bust your stuff up in the mud, and you're sliding into people, sliding into the wall.
Well, speaking of taking his stuff, we're going to be doing it right now.
All right.
Here we go. Get a little warm up going.
Did you give me the song this morning?
Yep.
All right.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Just can't wait.
Nick's on the road.
Nick's on the road again, and he's been with us now. Hey, Nick.
I'm on the road in the mud again.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
well, that tells you all you need to know.
You at the landfill?
Yeah. Yep, I'm at the mudfill. That's
Mudfill.
where I'm at.
Okay. Drop in the mud.
And I'm stuck in the mud, and just doing what we're doing, getting the day out of it, and thankful for that. I mean, it could be worse. I could be sitting home, or it could be better. I could be sitting in the studio.
You could be here. Yeah, you could be here. But
Yeah.
you got the next best thing.
I have to give a thank you out to Jim Bob.
Yeah.
Playing new great country music this morning. Mary Ann says thank you.
You bet.
All the truckers over here at the landfill say thank you. And, yeah, they look forward to that every Thursday, Jim Bob.
I played Thank God I'm a Country Boy. I played that one today. Right around.
Absolutely.
There you go.
You're going to have to find some trash country songs for being up on the fill.
Yeah. Yep. Teddy Bear and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
But, yeah, we had a couple of technical difficulties, and I was running out of patience, and, yeah.
It'll do it.
I've never seen that side of you, Nick.
What was that?
I've never seen that side of you.
Yeah.
At least not this week. Last
That's
week.
the toughest part of the business because sometimes it can randomly happen, and you've done all the
Yeah,
preparation.
we had all the best laid plans.
Yeah, it works that way.
The
But
bad part about it wasn't us. It was on the other end. It wasn't on our end. That's the bad part.
yeah.
So,
But Nick got it figured out halfway through, and
It's a work in progress, and it's going to get
it
better.
worked out great. It's going to go great from here.
If
So
you keep
really
applying
I didn't
yourself,
get
it
it
always
figured
works.
out. Fred got it figured out, Jim. Don't let him lie to you. 'Cause he had the board in front of him, and he was working the buttons. And we got it figured out. I mean,
don't ask me what I did, because all I did was move some wires around, and I don't know what I did. So
now we know where they got to go, and we'll be fine. We just got to fine tune it. But like I said last night, I miss being in the station, and on occasion I'll be able to get back in there. But now we had some fun last night. Had a couple people on. We were able to bring them live into the video feed, so that's a plus. And it was pretty cool. So hopefully we'll get a chance to race this weekend. We'll see what happens.
yes, I'll get down to. I'm going to a race either way, whether it's New Egypt or Maple Grove. I'm going. So
Well, I'm on the same boat as you, Fred, because if New Egypt was to cancel, I'm automatically going to Maple Grove because that's like one of the best nights they have.
yes,
They have everything you can imagine racing-wise, and then Joe Costello is going to be there, a National Hot Rod Association announcer. Joe's a really great guy, and we'll get a chance to talk to him if we get to go there. And it's really going to be happening in Maple Grove. And then in New Egypt, they're going to have, military night there too, and honor all the people that made the ultimate sacrifice. And they really do a good deal down there. And of course, we're going to have some military people because they're right there at the joint base. And I watched some of the air show they had there. Wow, they had some neat stuff going on in McGuire too.
yeah, I was going to go down there, but last weekend I was going to do that and then go to Wall after that. But again, best laid plans. So
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
it kind of sucks
when
when you have a full responsibility like this. It really
Well,
makes it tough.
well, you're getting better, even though you have a couple of slips here and there. But it's the product is better now than it was before.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, each time it gets better, and
Yeah.
now next time we'll be able to go right from the
Right.
to the top,
Right.
hopefully right to the bottom, and add a few things. The best part is we can bring the people into the live broadcast with us. I mean, we tried to do that at the station, and we couldn't get a Facebook Live going, but now we're in pretty good shape now, I think.
It looks like a good time, so that's what comes across.
If it wasn't so cold, I would have had beer there last night.
Yeah,
Garage
we
beer.
needed the beer there.
I know I could have used a beer too. I was actually going to go straight for the Hazard's Moonshine. So
Wow,
There we
that's wow, that's DEFCON 5 there.
Well,
That's,
I'm going to get back to doing what I do best, running my mouth on the CB and turning the steering wheel here. You guys have a good day. And
Talking
we'll
trash.
talk at you
Yeah,
next
I'll talk to
week.
you in a little bit.
Keep playing the music.
You got it.
see
All
you.
right, my man. We'll see you.
All right.
I got
See
it.
you.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he's always. He's such a shy though on the air. It's a shame.
yeah, we did. We had a really good time. Now that we know what to do with the Facebook Live and all, and we hooked up with Bear from Lowdown Entertainment, and we're going
Nice.
to probably do some stuff with him. Him and Joe.
It may not seem like it, but what you put out over the air, people can tell you if you're having a good time and everything else, and that's overrides a lot of stuff. I mean, it really
honestly
does.
say with Nick and I, people are really feeding back to us that they're having a good time listening to us.
And they
We're doing
said,
something
boy,
a little different than other people are doing,
right.
and it pays. And
Whole new audience.
I'll have a whole lot of material. So Nick and I feed off each other.
These guys, the Three Stooges, are doing this stuff, and I don't know.
It's funny. Nick does most of the talking because that's what he does.
That's what he does.
And I'll throw my stuff in, and it works well that way, and I don't want to change it. So. Yeah, we have a lot of fun, and we play off each other, and and I think it shows that people are very happy with it.
And you can always tinker, you can always add, you can always subtract, and
well, Nick's playing with drop-ins well, I had the drop-ins last night. If you could hear it, it was like people cheering and gunshots and stuff like that.
We got somebody else.
Nick, probably the other Nick.
Yeah, the other.
Could be.
Nick's 1 and 2. I gotta remember it. We don't have a theme song with
the
it.
other Nick.
Yeah, we got Nick number 2 ready to go.
Nick Marco.
Nick Marco.
What's happening, Nick?
Public
Hey guys.
account. Hey Nick.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good enough.
Hey.
We don't have a theme song.
So for theme songs, with Nick with On the Road Again.
Yeah.
Mine back when I was a trucker, I was a Midnight Rider, so that's my song.
Allman Brothers.
Play a little convoy there, man.
Oh, yeah. Fred, how about you? What's your theme song?
Mine?
I don't know. I don't know what mine would be.
We're gonna have to find one for you.
Yeah.
The Mechanic Maniac or something like that. I don't know. We'll find something.
Yeah, that Johnny Cash song with all the parts. One part.
Yes, one piece at a time. Yeah, I play that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Or Eastbound and Down.
There you go. Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
Hold on your ass, Fred.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Fred was the dog, though, in that, though.
Yep.
Yeah. And,
that's my wife's favorite line in the whole thing. Hold on your ass,
that's
Fred.
right. Yeah. Jerry Reed was the snowman, and Burt Reynolds.
Good stuff.
No.
Yeah.
So what's happening with the NASCAR stuff there in NASCAR, Nick?
Well, they had that All-Star race last weekend, and a lot of contact, as expected. That track's 0.6 of a mile.
Right.
At North Wilkesboro. So there's a lot of contact. A few people got mad at each other. The most notable, Joey Logano and Christopher Bell. Bell put his bumper on him. And I think Joey wants to ring Christopher's bell.
Yeah, well, I think some of that's just racing stuff, and some of these guys
It is. It's a short track. The tires go away. You're in close proximity. And
it's not like Joey's never done it before.
Joey was notorious for it.
Yeah, see?
So, but the finishing order, you had Bell, Logano, Ross Chastain came out of nowhere to finish third. Showman Alex Bowman was fourth, and Chase Elliott rounded up the top 5. On a truck side of things, Chandler Smith won it, Lane Riggs second, Tyler Ankrum third, Daniel Hemrick fourth, Brent Enfinger was fifth. Stage winners, Gio Rosario won the first stage, Enfinger won the second stage. Notable, Kyle Busch finished 9th, Stuart Friesen, he was 14th, and Nitro Nick's going to love this one. So I hope he's still listening. But so the Canadian female driver, Tony Brodinger, she finished 21st, but the thing that Nick will probably like about this is that there's a pictorial of her in this month's Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
I mean, yeah, I've seen her in a fire suit. It looks good.
Well, take it off and put a bathing suit on her.
Yeah.
A bathing suit in water and beaches, and you'll see her. So.
Yeah, she makes a fire suit look good.
Yeah. So for the Stewart report, he qualified 4th in the first stage. He was second, and he came out of the pits in 18th, so he had a bad pit stop. And then in the second stage, he finished 11th, came out in 8th, so they improved on the pits, on the pit stops. With 40 to go, he was in 5th. With 4 to go, he was in 10th. And then, getting back to how small the track is, there was an incident 2 trucks ahead of him where the guy got sideways. The guy behind that person got into him a little bit, and Stewart was behind him, had nowhere to go. He slowed down. He didn't make any contact, but there was nowhere to go because he had the wall to his right and the trucks, right in front of him. So that hindered him. So he wound up finishing 14th, but he moved up from 11th in points to 10th in points. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean that's one track where you have to start out up front to stay up front.
I
don't think you're going to come back from 21st and get up there right away. So, yeah, you got some run in there. I watched the All-Star race. I didn't, and I saw the end with Christopher Bell. I also watched the that last qualifier before where they only took 2 drivers. And
right.
For the life of me, I can't think of who won, or who got in there. But yeah, that was an interesting race. I'm trying to figure out.
I think it was that Kosovar?
Yes, Carson Kosovar. Yep. And it was good to see him, win something. You don't see him too often unless it's in trucks.
Yeah. So on the weekend side of things here, this is a very busy race weekend around the world, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the Monaco Grand Prix Saturday or Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Then after that, the Indy 500. So, with Roger Penske, the captain of the ship and all that stuff, good reputation. But under Roger, without Roger knowing about it, things are kind of slipping around.
Yeah.
So with Joey Logano, he got he was DQ'd for a race because he had a loose spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
In the IndyCar racing, his car got DQ'd for something down in St. Petersburg, I think. And then for Indy, for qualifying, 2 of his cars were DQ'd, and meaning that they're not thrown out of the race, which a lot of people think they should be, because they changed the attenuator on the back of the car, which is for if the car backs into the wall, it's a safety thing, and it'll cushion the blow. So on 2 of his cars that were in the top 10 in qualifying, they changed them. They modified the attenuators. So they're starting 32nd and 33rd. So out of 34 cars try to qualify, and 1 guy didn't. Jacob Abel.
I want to know why.
So
why these get, it's like that in every sport. Like Jose Alvarado got busted for, stuff. But they know what they should know what's going on. They're going to check your car.
Yeah.
So why would you even try?
So with further inspection on this, Penske's car won the Indy 500 last year, and the tech guys went to the winning car in the museum and found an altered, modified attenuator in that car too.
Yeah. See.
So it's like, what do you do? So
the eyes were open on them already.
Yeah. So the talk of the paddock in Indy right now is, should the 34th car get in the race as a 34-car field now, because he was legal the whole month, or should the 2 Penske cars from Will Power and Joseph Newgarden be DQ'd from the race? So after much discussion, Penske's cars are going to start 32nd and 33rd, and the guy who didn't qualify, so with Newgarden, he has a chance to be the first 3-time consecutive winner at Indy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
So
they don't want him.
They definitely want him in.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but the 34th guy, he's still out. But the thing to watch about this year's Indy 500, the guy who won the pole, 232 mile per hour average, a rookie from Israel, and he in his test sessions after the qualifying, he was 7 miles an hour slower than his qualifying time. So there's a rookie on the pole. The two Penske cars in the back, they are 6 miles an hour faster than the other guy in the 11th row. So there are great speed variations there. And the 2 fast guys are in the back. One guy who qualified first was slow in practice. So who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. Well, you also got the Coca-Cola 600 going on down there this weekend. So there's racing everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere but wall.
So the funny thing with the Charlotte race is that the trucks, ARCA and Xfinity, they're all on regular TV, ESPN or Fox Sports 1, but the Coke 600 is on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it.
Okay, you watch them both. So, all right, Nick, we're up against it here. So thanks for the updates and everything that's going on, and we shall talk again next week, but I'll probably talk to you before that.
All right.
All right, sounds good. See you later, guys.
Thank you. All right.
Yep.
Another one in the books.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of racing this weekend, so support your racetracks. Get out to whoever's running.
That's right, and check in with us. Check in with America's Mechanic, Hour of Power here on WBCB.
Happy Memorial Day.